In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can get ahead of 99% of the artists out there and be in the 1% club. My name's Chris, also known as the Artist Manifest. I have over 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, and that puts me in the top 1, if not top 5% of artists out there. And I don't say that bragging, but I want to share what I did and what you can do so that you can be in the top 1%. And it's easier than you think, because a lot of artists are not willing to put in the hard work so that they can achieve what they want. So the first thing I want to say is you want to write better songs, because when you have a great hit song, it will keep marketing for you when you've taken your foot off the gas. And I heard this one really successful artist who wrote 90 plus songs for a 12 song album. Like, that's incredible. Like, I might write maybe 30 for a 10 song, and sometimes I'll write a whole bunch of songs before I even send one to the producer to move it on. Sometimes it'll be 5 songs, 4 songs. Like, I'll start ideas, but it's not always the first one. And then there's a lot of edits and a lot of iterations that go into it, where a lot of artists, it's like they write those 5 songs, they put those 5 songs out. They write those 10 songs, they put those 10 songs out, and they don't even get edited. Like, they don't even get challenged. And this is where I find, like, the difference between working with, so-so producers and great producers is where they challenge me to rewrite stuff. They'll be like, hey, we need more lift in that melody. Why don't you try saying this differently in the lyric? And I feel like they put pressure on the song because they're trying to achieve greatness. And I've said this before, is that you are better to, put a 5-song EP out of all your best songs than trying to put out 10 songs of just so-so. Like, cut the fat off, man. Only have the meat, have the best stuff, because that's what you want to market. And when you're marketing hit songs, which I'll share, you will get better results, and it's less effort. So it's not always about more. It's quality over quantity. So how do you know if you have a hit song? Well, if you've been posting on social media and you've been releasing songs for a while, when you release something and you know it's taking off, you can tell, because you're just getting more organic traffic. Fans are reacting to it differently. Like, you're just getting more shares. You're getting more comments. You're seeing more algorithmic plays, right? We would notice with radio, we're getting more yeses than the typical no's. Like, just the responses differently. Like, when I sometimes show a design or something like that, or play a song for someone, like, I can look in their face, like, it's like, okay, this is hitting, compared to when I play the other one, it's just kind of like, they're not really responding. And let's just be honest with ourselves. If we're not getting the response that we really want after, like, really playing it for people or posting it on social media, Now, one thing you want to be careful of is if you get an editorial playlist, like, right off the bat when that song comes out, because all of a sudden you'll get all these streams and it'll be like, okay, this song is crushing it. But then after you're dropped from that editorial playlist, like, let's say a New Music Friday, or I remember this one song, we got like tons of playlists on this song. But then after a few weeks, the playlist dropped us and the algorithm didn't grab it. And what you really want is you want that algorithm to grab it and start sharing it and sharing it and sharing it. Because if the AI grabs it, right, then that means people are responding to it. That means you're getting a high save rate, a low skip rate. People are adding it to playlists. They're sharing it. And so what happens then? Then Spotify's algorithm starts taking off for you, which is very different than just an editorial playlist. Those are different fans, and that's a different response. Sometimes that editorial playlist gives you like a false sense of success, but really you want to look at the long term. Yes, I'll take the editorial playlist. I'll take all those streams so that can help give Spotify some data. But let's just be honest. If the song isn't a hit and people aren't responding to it as a hit song, then it's just going to drop and go into nowhere, right? So if you want to be in that top 1% of artists and beat 99% of them, you've got to be willing to do what most artists won't do. So I've got my checklist here, and I want to go over some of these with you so that your song can be a success. Did you get a collaboration on the song? Right? Did you take the time to get a collaboration? My last song I released, we had 2 other artists. So it was all 3 of us promoting that song. Yes, it took more time. Of course it took more time. I had to give away some of the publishing. I had to share in some of the master. But now we're all promoting it and pushing the song. Get a collaboration on the song. Have you done a pre-save campaign, right? Have you done a pre-save and locked up all those pre-saves, run ads to it, promoted it so that you get those pre-saves so on the day the song comes out, when someone opens up their phone and they go to their Spotify library, your song is there, right? And so it's way more chances you're going to get more streams. Did you upload the lyrics to the song? Did you sync the lyrics to the song? So when someone's listening to the song, they can go deeper with you and have more of a connection with you. Did you pitch it to the Spotify editorial team? Did you create social media banners so that all your media is the same and it's the album cover or whatever the design is, so it's a real distinct push? Your Spotify profile is updated. Did you pitch it to Amazon playlists? Did you run a Spotify marquee? Did you do a Spotify canvas? Did you set up Facebook ads, retargeting ads? Did you create short form content? Did you email your list about it, right? Did you create any merch? What about a custom thumbnail so that thing really pops? When I release these videos here on YouTube, we don't just upload just this picture of me very often. It's always a custom thumbnail. Why? Because we know when you are looking, just like you're looking to decide what Netflix to show with your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend, you're judging the video by the cover. You know what I mean? I was saying to my daughter, if anyone ever says, don't judge a book by a cover, I always say, well, I guess that they've never sold any books before, have they? Because people always judge it by the cover, and that goes on your thumbnail, definitely on YouTube. And of course, the media content that you're posting, right? Like on your short, you can choose the cover. On your Instagram reel, your Facebook reel, your TikTok, you can choose what the cover is. Are you just whipping it out there? Or are you taking the time to really put effort into this to see what is going to stop the scroll so that you can be in the 1% of artists? Have you made a Spotify personal playlist? Have you updated your artist pick? Have you submitted to Spotify discovery mode? What about TikTok ads? Have you called, texted every single one of your friends? Have you done this? There's so many other things to do in here so that it can set you apart from all the other artists. If you want to have what most artists can't have, then you got to be willing to do what most artists won't do, which is honestly market and promote their hit songs. I'll put a link below to download this book. It's also on Audible, Amazon. Pick it up, go through it, give your song the best chance because you spent so many hours writing this great song. You invested money. Now invest your time and invest more money in marketing your song.